guys, today's video is going to be this makeup. So I'm going to do a get ready with me and I'm going to talk you through what is in my makeup bag right now. So I did a video last week, you may or may not have seen it, and I talked about how PR and ads, sponsored stuff have affected YouTube kind of, it feels like irreversibly at this point, but maybe not, we'll see. And I wanted your opinions. There was a big discussion in the comments. The topic was really, I want to say polarizing, but not so much. It's just everyone had really strong opinions and the discussion was great. I came away having felt like I was pretty balanced on the topic and pretty open about how I feel about it, and I can see it from all sides, I feel like. But I came away still with points that I was like mulling over and thinking, oh yeah, you know, I don't know if this is how I feel about it, if that is how I feel about it, and maybe we'll do an update in the next month or so, because I'm already feeling a different kind of way about certain elements of that video, but that's there for you to watch. It's a really long one. If you're taking a really long bath and you just want someone to talk to you for 30 minutes, go ahead and stick that on. But today I am talking you through my makeup bag that is completely PR free. So this is something that someone requested on Instagram. I am showing you all makeup that I've bought myself, which to be fair is not difficult. The majority of the makeup that I have in my collection has been bought myself, but as was brought up in that video, there are certain items that again and again I run out of it. Mascara was something today I discovered. I used to love the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I used to buy that again and again, and then all of a sudden I discovered I really liked the Benefit They're Real. And at one point I didn't like that as much as the Lash Sensational, and somehow one day I did. And then just as it was running out, I would get another one, and there was just never any reason for me to buy any more mascaras. And so there are certain things like that that I'm realizing, okay, I need to kind of pull back from that and explore the collection of makeup that I have bought for myself. So that's what we're doing. My makeup bag is from Oliver Bonas, I don't know how you say that, but I bought it at King's Cross. And the reason that I wanted it, apart from the obvious, it's initialed, and I love that, is it's got this frame. They always do these. Oh, has it got a label there? Yeah, it is. I still don't know, but I'm pretty sure it is Oliver Bonas. I don't know. It's got a frame, so if you do fill this up and you take it somewhere, it kind of sits on your side and it's like a little box. And I think this is really useful. One of my favorite makeup bags. And so without further ado, here is my makeup. I'm going to start with the MUA Pro Base Softening Facial Oil Stick. This is pretty new to me, but so is having drier skin, because I mean I am oily. I do get shiny throughout the day. I didn't take the cap off. No, I'm just going to leave that in. That's not even a blooper. I do get oily throughout the day, but I have these kind of areas where everything kind of clings and it's all a little bit not so nice. You know, when you get a little bit older, I mean, I suppose for some people this has been their entire lives because they've had drier skin anyway, but when you get a little bit older and makeup just sits a little bit differently, this is amazing. So I've worn this under a couple of different foundations since I bought it, and it hasn't had any adverse effects whatsoever. I thought maybe it would like not sit very nicely on top of it, or it would break it down quicker, and I don't think that's true at all. I'm following up with the Pro Base Longwear foundation from the same brand, MUA, and the colour that I've got is 110. I'll do it the proper way. I don't know if it's because I haven't eaten very much today. I'm putting it on the back of my hand and everything. Or if it's these big lights that I've just put up in front of me, or what it is, but I feel really lightheaded all of a sudden. It's very strange. So this foundation, I initially bought it because I was looking at the stand and I thought, I used to love a base from MUA. It was called Undress Your Skin. Can you see how many breakouts I've got right now? What is going on? I blame everything on the weather. Headaches, skin. But I mean, this is unusual for me. And I haven't changed anything. What was I going to say? I was at the MUA stand and I was thinking I used to really like Undress Your Skin. It was a very natural finish. Oh, I may have gone too heavy. And I wonder if they do the same kind of thing. And this was the only foundation that was on the stand. I haven't looked online to see if this is the only foundation that they do now, but I'm really happy with it. It's very natural. The finish is gorgeous. It's just enough coverage for me. I mean, it says matte finish. It doesn't say, oh, full coverage. It does say full coverage on the back. Longwear formula with matte finish, blends easily for shine control that lasts all day. Well, I wouldn't necessarily agree with all of that, but I do think it's a very, very natural finish. And it's just enough coverage for me. I'm very far away from the mirror. If you think I'm applying this strangely, that's why. This is the point where I usually feel like I need something. And I have just ordered the NYX, I think it's called Bear With Me, which I think is supposed to be a dupe for this, which is the Smashbox Primer Water. I'm not sure whether I bought this or not. I've had it forever, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm not using it right now. But I would like to know from you guys what your favourite setting sprays are, because I've become really into them. Again, for the same reasons. I just have found that my skin is drier and needs a little bit of help. It's so funny because when I was a teenager, all I wanted was matte skin. This is the Nars Creamy Concealer, and the shade is Light 2 Vanilla. All I ever wanted was like matter than matte skin. And then when you get older, that is not the most flattering of finishes. So now I'm kind of adding as much hydration as possible. Do you remember when I was absolutely obsessed with that Smashbox eyebrow pencil? Completely obsessed. I actually met someone lovely. It was in London, I want to say the Westfield Boots, and I went and bought it, and she worked for Smashbox, and I kept in touch with her for quite a while afterwards. She was, I don't remember whether she was American or Canadian, one of the two, and she went back home and we kept in touch. I haven't heard from her in a really long time. Isn't it strange what kind of reminds you of people? NYX Proof It Waterproof Eyeshadow Primer. I'm going to use that. Also, I will never, ever, ever, like, you know, if I'm going to do a really heavy eye look, I will never be able to put on my eyes first, because as soon as I sit down, I do my foundation. I can never remember, because I was just thinking, oh, I'm going to use something a little bit glittery, something a little bit unusual for what I use. What? Something a little bit unusual for what I use usually. Okay. Today's video is sponsored by the letter U. I thought this the other day as well, and I just cannot, for the life of me. Let me know. Is this a thing? Have you always put on your eyes first? Because there are some people that just can't get their head around the fact that other people go in with their foundation first. Everyone has their own steps. And I think that they're all different. So, I'm going to put on some powder. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm going to put on my blush first. The blush that I've been using recently is this one from Daniel Sandler. And it's a liquid blush. It's called Cherub, his watercolour blush. And I love this. It's so pretty. I mentioned it in another video. And seriously, you would get so much, like 2 drops. It is a tiny bottle. When I first got it, I remember thinking, oh my God, this was like, I don't know, it was around £16, I want to say. Could be more, I can't remember. I remember buying it for myself for my birthday. It was like one of those things that I'd had on my list for ages. And I remember thinking, God, this is tiny. I've just spent X amount of money, however much it was, on this teeny tiny bottle of blush, but it really does last forever. Also, sometimes it comes out way more pigmented than others. Like today, I feel like that's still so much left on my hand. I think sometimes it goes like pow, and you give it a proper shake every time. I don't understand how it can be different, but it is. This is a pretty good summer blush, I think. It's pretty long wearing too. I'm going to buy another one of these. Oh, have a hair that's in the way. But I definitely overdid it. Okay, I'm just going to get rid of that. Let's just ignore it. When I put things on the back of my hands like swatches and things, I get comments like, oh my God, you're bedding. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it because that will be the time. But it has not happened so far. The Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, my current favourite setting powder because it is translucent and very fine. So I don't think that it cakes ever. I don't ever feel like it's kind of adding a lot of heaviness, but I just kind of like to add a layer to set everything. And then today I'm going to add a little bit of extra because I'm doing my eyes and I'm very conscious that I may have to sweep away some stuff, but I can't do the whole thing where you put all the powder underneath your eyes. I am 33 years old and that is not the one. So I'm torn between, I think I'm going to use the Colourpop because I never use the Colourpop. Hang on, I'm in a really precarious position here. This is an eyeshadow called Birthday Girl. I bought a bunch of Colourpop eyeshadows last year and I was super disappointed because they are beautiful, but almost impossible to apply. You kind of need your fingertips, and especially since I've had these put on, not super easy. So I'm going to apply it with a very stiff brush, and we shall see. I also could do with a little mirror. Perhaps I'll use this one. See, it's so difficult to get onto my eye with a brush. Can you see what I'm like? Let me bring you in. I had heard, no pun intended, I had heard such good things about this, and I felt like I was putting it on and I was like, there's just no payoff. This is terrible. But if you use it with your finger, it's almost like a cream. Then you get way more, but it's just, I mean, it's messy. I feel like you get more fallout. I don't know. But that's why I used that primer, because I thought I needed all the help I could get. It is so pretty though, and the sparkle. There's another one that I've got from Colourpop. What is it called? I can't remember. It's got a really funny name, and it's beautiful, but I just never use it because it's such a pain. Then I'm going to use this, which is the CYO Create Your Own Shimmer Eyeshadow in Everything Illuminated. I mentioned in a video, I think it must have been my video where I was going around Boots. I thought I bought a CYO eyeshadow and that I just couldn't remember what I'd done with it. And I found it. I'm just going to put it underneath my eyes where already I have creases from that concealer. That concealer that I used, I can't tell you that it's amazing or that I love it because everything just feels so heavy under my eyes now. There's no concealer that I absolutely love. For a while, ooh, we went fully out of focus. For a while, I was just not even using concealers. I was just using foundation, and that was that. I'm also going to put a little bit of that same eyeshadow in my crease, kind of to blend out this glitter. Eyeliner is the NYX Epic Ink Liner, which is a lot like the Kat Von D. The Kat Von D, come on now. Kat Von D is the best that I have tried, but it dries out really, really quickly. And it's just not cheap. It bled just a little bit in the corner, how annoying. Then I've got this little mini, because this is the only mascara I can find that Ella hasn't stolen. A little mini Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, which is not my favourite mascara, but we've done the liquid liner, so to be quite honest, the mascara is kind of just a let's make the eyelashes black, because we won't be able to see much in the way of lashes anyway. I wasn't going to do highlighter, but I pulled out this recently because obviously with Fenty becoming available at Boots again, I wanted to revisit the things that I bought. I remembered I bought the foundation and I really didn't like it, and I gave it to Emma and she loved it. So I'm probably not going to buy any more base products from Fenty, but I really did like this. This is called the Killawat highlighter in Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. So one of them is more of the, you know, like the highlighter from Hourglass that I really like, dim light. So it's more of a like sheen. Let me swatch them for you. Right, okay, so that's the one I'm talking about. This is the one that's more of a sheen. This one's called Lightning Dust. If you could buy this on its own, I would. And then the other one is called Fire Crystal, the one I've barely touched. And that's this one, which you can tell the difference. Like one is kind of more subtle and one is more frosty. And the two together are really, really pretty. I think it's a very nice alternative to Hourglass if you want a smaller, compact. They're nice, really, really nice highlighters. So I'm going to use the one that I like best, the Lightning one. I'm just realising it's got, is this engraved? Oh, it is, nice. It's got a little engraved Fenty Beauty thing on the mirror. Have you tried anything from Fenty Beauty since it's come to Boots? Tell me, do you like it? I might try some of the lip products because I think they've had really good reviews. But then so did the foundation, and I really didn't get it. I wasn't all about it. But I have my basket ready to go as soon as I finish this, because I was kind of thinking I'll go through this and then I'll decide what I really need to replace. And so I haven't quite placed my order yet. Perhaps I'll add in something from Fenty. And then once you actually respond to this video, I'll be like, oh, I shouldn't have bought that. Everyone says it's terrible. I do think I went a little bit heavy on the blush. So lip products wise, what I have been leaning towards recently that I can't see on my desk, it's here, is this. This is the Dior. I bought this for my friend at Christmas, actually. I bought this, one for me and one for my best friend at Christmas, because I'd had a sample of it from like a beauty box or something, and I thought it was amazing. And I wanted to treat myself, and I hadn't really got any lip glosses, like clear lip glosses. And this I've used consistently since then, and I feel like I've still got loads left. Still smells good, still tastes good. I know that's gross, but we all eat lip products. And I still really like it. And it is the Lip Maximiser from, did I already tell you it was the Dior Lip Maximiser? The colour that I have is 006. I forget what the actual shade is, but it's basically like a sparkly nude, but it's very translucent. There was very little in it between all the different shades. If they don't have this one, there's going to be another one that's very, very similar, and they're not going to be worlds apart. But I really, really like this. It's very hydrating. I was going to put it on over the top of my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, but now I think I'm just going to put it on its own. Because this is what I would wear the majority of the time. I do just really like it. Although, given that I bought two at once, handing over whatever it was, £50 for 2 lip glosses, that was rough. In fact, as I remember it, I think I'd forgotten my wallet and Lee had to pay for it, and then I transferred him the cash. I remember thinking, this is hilarious, like I would never have told him how expensive this was, and then he had to know because he had to pay for it. But get boots points, don't you? And I love this. This is heavier than I would go day to day, obviously. I would pretty much just do liquid liner and mascara. Liquid liner if I have time. You should never do liquid liner if you're in a rush. Most of the time it's probably just mascara. Can you hear that I've developed an impediment because I've got an ulcer and it's right on the hinge of my jaw on the inside of it, because I've bitten I was obviously just ravenous when I was eating last night, and quite painful. Yeah, so I go a lot more basic than this day to day, because work, school run, nobody needs to be like super glam, but this is pretty much like a glam look for me. I like it, and I do really like these eyeshadows together as well. A lot. Okay, let me know what you think of this video. I'm thinking we could do this more regularly, at least monthly, purely because I need a reason to switch up my makeup bag and change things out, because I get into the stuff that was in this previously I've been using for months, and I feel like every single time I was wanting to do a get ready with me or what's in my makeup bag or talk about it on Instagram, or because I do little IGTVs occasionally, or like a get ready with me for work on live, and it was always the same stuff, and I thought I really need to make the effort to do this, and maybe if we did this monthly it would give me the push. So let me know. Send me any recommendations that you think I should add to my next Boots or Superdrug order. I do already have a couple of things coming up. Someone asked me to review the thing that's like the It Cosmetics, the Maybelline foundation that's like the It Cosmetics one. And when I looked into it, it seems like that's kind of a trend this year. There's loads of different brands at the drugstore that are doing their version of like an anti-pollution BBCC type tinted moisturizer product. So I may do a video on all of those because that's so my jam. That is so the kind of base that I like. But right now I'm really enjoying this. I've had this for maybe 2 weeks as I film this, and I've maybe used it 5 or 6 times. And I really, really like it. I think MUA is a really underrated brand. I'm going to go back into Superdrug and pick up some more stuff, because the things that I did get, and this as well, this is... There were a few primers that they didn't have in stock, and people said that I should go back for certain ones because they were really good. But I don't think people are talking about MUA as much as they used to, possibly because Revolution kind of leapfrogged it. But yeah, Let me know any recommendations and send on a postcard, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Every time I'm going out, the same